What's good, YouTube and Twitch? Or just YouTube?
Be that loud.
Oh, sorry. What's good, YouTube and Twitch?
All right,
I'm just trying.
Cut.
I mean, I'm just trying to do what wakes me up every morning. All right, what's good, guys?
This is how John wakes up.
What's good, guys? That's not how it works.
What's good, YouTube?
The way John wakes up in the morning. What's good, world? This is John Moore with the House of Champions.
That's what it woke me up this morning at 10 a.m. Was a what's good, YouTube? We're here today with another deck profile. John's always holding it down, working every day, 10 a.m., 10 p.m. at night, 2 a.m., whatever.
Sometimes 4.
But no, what's up? I guess this is going to be like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk show thing, I guess. I don't know. Oh, my bad.
Show.
We're here. John Moore. Jackie.
Are we starting now?
Yeah, we're starting. We're on right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Jackie Bernal. I can't do it. Bernal. And Billy Break. That's me. AKA Havoc41, for those who haven't heard of me.
The legend.
Even the Olive Garden waitress knows who he is.
Yeah.
She Googled him.
Yeah, that's funny. It happens. But, yeah, so we're here talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff that's going on right now, I guess. This is your idea, John. It's your brainchild.
All right, so let's
Scott's also supposed to be here, and he will be here in the future. Sorry for cutting you off, John, but I just felt like I had some information I had to divulge.
There's a chair here.
Scott's there.
Empty chair.
Here, this is Scott in spirit.
Yeah, so just imagine someone going, "Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious?" Whoa! Yeah, so like I'll try. I'll try and help with Scott pretending that he's here if I can. So what are you saying, John, before I cut you off so rudely and abruptly?
I'm scared now, man.
No, you're good. You're good to go.
All right,
you're G2G.
so we're going to be talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! General things that have happened, in the week, what's upcoming, what is going to be going on with everybody.
And whatever I'm feeling like talking about, right?
Yeah,
all right,
whatever Billy wants to talk about.
All right, good. Good. Just making sure. Oh, sorry. I assumed you had more after that. I just didn't mean to break your thought.
All right, so we're going to be talking about a few things coming up here. We're on the road to Seattle. We have a structure deck released coming up soon.
What are you laughing about? There's something on my face? I'm just looking at you. I'm interested to see what you have to say.
The DVDs are going to be coming out.
Oh, the DVDs.
We're going to transition really fast into Zodiac. We have a whole week with it before the YCS happens. Lots happening.
Is it a sneak preview before the week before, or is it the set release the week before?
No, the set release is
the
like
day
that
of.
weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a sneak preview, so not real, yeah.
Yeah, but it's allowed at the YCS.
Yeah, it goes on sale Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty insane that people are going to have such a short time with this deck. So it'll be kind of a scramble to get those cards. We still don't know the rarity of Mulmarat. People are freaking out about that.
There's also these season monsters too, but I'm going to guess that was
a bet on Ultra. That's what I'm taking.
Common? They like to mess with it. All my metal foes were rares and commons forever. I was like, why could they not be supers? But then they made Gold Driver super, which I don't use because I don't want it to mismatch with all my other metal foes. Thanks for making one of them super and not all of them. Fantastic.
And so we're going to be talking a bit about the road there, and then we're also going to be talking about some other subjects you have written down.
I got stuff written down for days. First, I want to talk about this Girls Cup, the OCG Girls Cup. Jackie, I feel like you're our expert on the...
I'm hardly an expert.
Expert by far. She knows what got second place, what's happening.
There's like 33 people, that's about it.
That's good. I think that's a pretty good turnout.
Women duelists.
Oh, yeah. Then apparently in Japan, it's way more bigger and like a lot more people. The turnout isn't great, but it's still like a hobby mainly.
33?
I don't even think I see 33 girls at a YCS.
I don't think I see 33 Dragon Duelists at most YCS. Sometimes they are that big, but
So yeah, Konami's making all these cool tournaments.
It's
overall.
OCG, yeah.
But in ours also we have like the students. Like the students
we
can
just
play
now
together
got the dual
in teams.
school, and then the team. I think there's a team one now too. But
Oh yeah, the team for it's the school. Yeah, it's the school thing.
They
The
get
school
these
league.
cool, like exclusive
Dark Lords
things that are only to it.
Yeah.
Like those notepads, I really want one.
Oh, are you saying like the KDE Konami Digital should bring and have the thing over here like they're doing in the OCG?
Girls Cup would be nice to expand on these other tournaments that we're already having, but would we be able to build that attendance?
I think it's just one of those things that you make it like the generation things.
It has to
so
start
it's just a
somewhere.
side event, yeah.
Yeah.
So you make it a side deck for a Sunday. I think
Sunday, not Saturday, right?
No, not Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, I really like that.
Sunday. Jackie Bernal
I think it would be good.
will be taking all comers in the Girls' Cup.
Dude, it's great.
I think any like female duels could take on any guy duels any day, as long as like it's all up here. It's not about anything else.
There's a couple of good ones. I mean, as long as you have confidence in yourself and you know you can get far, you'll get far.
Just like any other duelist. But it would be cool to have like their own tournament to just feel a little more comfortable maybe and like get involved in games, get their feet wet, and they're like, oh, I can win these tournaments. Now I'm moving. I'll take a dragon duel.
It's like a stepping stone to get people confidence and like have fun or just like understand how a kind of like a tournament is ran, and they don't want to start like at a 12-round event. I think that's great. Like some people just don't want to.
And it also, I think it's like promote like camaraderie like among female duelists. Like it'll just create this whole like competitive scene, rivals maybe coming up, and then like they move on. Like, oh, we're gonna go. You can play the YCS still if it's on tournament on Sunday. Like I think it's a great idea, and I would love to see it happen. Because
I think it's their 7th one. They call it like Shibuya Princess Cup or something like that. I don't know. It's something when you win, you're not a champion. You're a princess.
That's great.
I want to be a champion. I don't care.
Oh, you just want to be a champion? I was like, I could never be a princess.
Ooh, that's actually a good one. I had a recent video, and this was a huge thread in Zodiac where this has changed completely from a year ago. A year ago, I posted this question: would you rather have 5 tops spread out between a 3rd place, 2 top 8s, a top 16, and a top 32, or a win?
Did you present it that way, where it's like you have 5 tops, one of them is a 3rd place?
Yes, I presented it that way.
Yeah, and they wanted. I mean, yeah, that's still.
And so last year it was 198 to like 8 total. That would say I would take the win. 198 people said this.
Now
this year,
after your win, or sorry, can you finish your statement?
This year it was about 500 to 300, and 500 were saying I would take the 5 tops. It's changed that much in 1 year.
Never. Well, always take the W.
So is it you always
take the W?
It's funny. I mean, this is, that is the way I would like lean towards immediately. But if you win, is there no chance of you ever doing well again in the future?
You could again, yeah.
It's just at your point in time in your career, you're gonna have either have 5 tops or a win. You pick between the two, and you can still grow and do more afterwards. Yes. Oh, take that W early, guys! Like, I mean, I had 9 tops, no Ws, 4 top 4 top 4s. Like, I on my 9th top where it was a back-to-back top 4. I've never felt so demoralized or defeated sitting there losing in top 4. Like, they were supposed to play the finals where I was sitting, and I was just sitting there, shuffling my deck, just shuffling, thinking about deciding, but, just thinking about life crumbling in front of my eyes again. I'm not going to be able to get that W. And, like, Jason Gravemeyer, the feature match writer, was like, hey, guys, let's just do the finals over here. And they let me sit there in my, like, little wallowing, and I was just like, I don't think I'm ever going to get there. But, no, you just had to stick with it. But, yeah, the wins... It has to be your day to win, always. You have to, not only has to be your day, you have to be in the right position for it to be your day. You have to have the right deck. Like, everything has to, like, align. The stars have to align. You definitely want to take that win, especially if you have a chance to do well in the future. But now if it's, like, 1 win, you'll never do anything again, or the 5 tops, I'm taking the 5 tops.
I don't know. I think I'd still take the W.
You still take the W?
Wait, how many YCSs are we at right now?
We are heading towards 175 for that Australian one, I believe.
Sydney's the 175th, which is why I wanted to go so bad.
There's 175 champions.
No, there is not.
Some people win multiple, Jackie.
Yeah. But let include Nats and everything else.
Okay, yeah. There's around 170, 150 plus.
There's that many winners. Mm-hmm. Now, add that by how many people are actually tops. Mm-hmm. The pool is just like infinitely more. You can be very tops. Small.
There are a lot of multi-toppers too, but
especially if you have like a Worlds win or a Nats win. Oof.
Tell me about those Worlds and Nats wins. How good are they? They're way better than YCS wins? Oh, yeah. So much better? What do you think, John?
The Worlds ones, I do not think the Worlds are necessarily better.
Excuse me, you can say you're the best in the world.
The world! Like Calvin Tahan, the best in the world.
I'm just dying.
Yeah. The literal best in the world for that year.
Alright, so
the best
here's my opinion on that. You're playing with how many players?
Don't care. I'm the best in the world.
You don't care. You're the best in the world.
By definition, I am the world's winner.
It is the dream.
Of 20 whatever.
The dream, yes, the dream. You're going back to
play in a format that no one else plays in against 24 other people.
Yeah, a format.
It's gotten worse now that we have an OCG and TCG difference. And
don't care. I'm still world champion. Champion of the world. I always say it. I'm champion of
the world. Like Calvin Tahan.
Imagine you on a throne on top of the world with Yugi's hair. You're the best in the world.
I mean, that's what I wake up to every day when I open my eyes and look in the mirror. I'm just like, hey, a little spiky today. I hope I don't get possessed by some elder pharaoh that my grandfather gave me in this toy. That would be fantastic. But no, really, that's how you win 4 ICS. Is just go find a puzzle and get possessed. It works.
I thought you were the grandpa that got his soul taken.
No, I mean, yeah. Yogi. I don't have my beard, so I can't really do it the same. I don't look like Solomon as much. But anyways, all right. So let's move on.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Worlds.
It got places. I don't know where it started. It started with the girls' OCG Cup, but then we're talking about winning worlds. So, but that happens. I could get right at the end because I wrote some things down, but then there's one thing I wrote down. John, what do you want to talk about?
John!
I told you I was going to wait till the end, ran out of ideas, but instead I'm going to hit you with it now.
All right.
What's up, man?
So, you put me on the spot.
John.
He was supposed to have more time to think about it.
I was about to have a little more time.
Do you want more time? I can move on to one of my other topics.
Let's move to the topic as I go and grab my phone and scroll through some things.
Or we can just talk about what's on the paper, Billy.
Right, there's one. Since he's grabbing his thing, I was going to talk a little segment, but he's back.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say something I just want to say to the whole Yu-Gi-Oh community is like there's a lot of like nastiness out. There's a lot of nastiness out there like online and like I know a lot of it's just jokes and like that's the way they all start out and they're all jokes, but people do take them seriously and they do get offended and they do get hurt and they don't like their ideas being shot down by everyone. Like I know it's a crazy idea just to be positive and nice to everyone, but you don't have to do it all the time. Just some of the times, like. Try and just be a little bit better for the community. Like everyone talks about how toxic the community is, how toxic. Well, like if each one of us like tried hard to like be good to each other and like change it, we can't. Like it will change because we are the community. We are what you're complaining about. Like it doesn't have to be that way, and you can also like we can just change it.
One thing I do like in Zodiac is the really bad.
I'm not talking about Zodiac. I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh in general. But yeah, sorry.
Zodiac's a community that's largely centralized.
Right. Yeah, but I'm talking about at tournaments, online and offline. But yeah, continue.
So. One thing you really do see, though, is a lot of people, when something's going on really bad, they tend to, like, take care of that. And I do like that aspect. So we do see some change head that way. And I've been moderating for about a year. There's some really awful stuff. But when that happens, it just seems to get taken care of by the community itself.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good to hear.
I just think Billy doesn't want to go to a Pokemon tournament and get yelled at for being a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
I don't want the game that I put my whole life into and the game that I feel like I represent and the game that means everything to me to be known as something negative or known as something bad. I want everyone, like... Positivity just produces positivity, and negativity. Guess what? Negative things produce more negativity. So like, it just seems like the answer's obvious. Like, if you want to draw a good card, you put the good card in your deck. If you don't want to draw a bad card, you take it out of your deck. Like,
you hit him with that analogy.
Yeah, it's that simple. Like you decide. But that's just a little thing. I'm gonna be saying stuff like that all throughout, like ever. Anyways,
well,
I'm just kidding.
Among the other card game communities, Yu-Gi-Oh is usually held in a more degenerate regard because it's earned that spot over time.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, and that's why we have to change it. Each person. It's like what you hear online. I'm just a stupid like after school special, but guess what? Like they're right.
You have a story.
They're trying to teach you a good lesson.
This will stick for me. You were at Gen Con and you have a story, and you walk past a guard. Mm-hmm. And the guard literally says, "Wow, people must really like this game. I see a bunch of people with 2 backpacks. Nobody's coming in with 2 backpacks."
Yeah, this wasn't a Gen Con. Yeah,
I thought it was Gen Con.
Nope, this is some other. Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some people. Yeah, yep. It was about. Yeah, I'm not going to go into details about that. So that's a hypothetical situation that like never really happened, but it's pretty funny the way he talked about it. Not that it reminds me of anything realistic that ever happened. Not anything to do with me, obviously. Just stories I've heard.
You walked past the guard.
So we're gonna cross John's topics off the list. I'm trying to talk about positivity, and he's telling like these crazy stories.
Well, this is why we are held in this regard. Like,
if the Girl Cup does start, does gender matter? I feel like that's a better topic. I'm just kidding. I will identify as a woman if I have to win a tournament. I need to collect all the titles from everywhere. Please. Okay, no, that's just a joke. Moving on.
Alright, I do have a topic.
Actually, if you're wondering, on Billy's paper it does says gender matter ?
Maybe ?
So
you got to be aware.
Expensive.
It does say John also, and we also did cross it out. I don't know what you can see, but I don't lie to you guys. I shoot it from the hip. Apparently, that's not a normal phrase, but it means I'm telling it like it is.
We're in Texas here.
Y'all. Rodeo.
So DN, died.
DN.
Finally died. Dueling
Network. Well,
I'm
not familiar.
I'm weak.
I only play in real life. Oh no, I did play in Dueling Network with my Dark Sage deck.
You played against the
please God get it right.
The TJ Kinsley once on stream on this platform.
Oh, God, yeah, it was 4 a.m. and it was my birthday. And I was like, get in here, TJ. And he waxed me. I was like, God, Clippers are good. I was so bored. I forgot about that. That was my birthday this past year.
So we've seen a direct correlation with DN, like people kind of quote unquote figured things out faster. So basically what's happened here is we've seen prices spike a lot faster, a lot quicker on speculation, which didn't happen before. Yes, they can still see everything.
What? Keep talking. I'm just giving them something to look at while you talk.
All right.
I'm listening.
All right. So as we've seen the prices highly fluctuate a lot more since that. Like the only surprises I think we saw while DN was around like real surprises. Like as of late, like within the last year-ish, was Hoban like had the secret village and scolding kind of thing. That was a huge surprise, kept under wraps.
It got spread by word of mouth at the event that he played at.
It happened at the event, but it was held under wraps till that week.
I was in the middle of all the word of mouth. I was like, "Oh yeah, people are getting mad. They know everyone knows your secret tech now. I didn't spread it, but I know who did." Hoban knows, dude. Though.
Yeah, but
the good old days.
Like now things just come out of left field at events. Things are just happening. It's a lot crazier. It's the evolution is back to the events, kind of like how I would say it used to be. We see a lot of evolution of the game happen at these events. People are figuring it out because of the events. And how do you feel like that's affecting prices overall? And will that curve or change? Because a lot of duelists are complaining.
Are you talking about gameplay or pricing only?
Pricing mostly.
I just think it's hard to speculate the price of a card if you can't walk into the top rooms of
and see what's going on.
See
definitely,
if it's actually happening.
Yeah, like you cannot, and people are able to test. Like people don't like to proxy. I think this is kind of like a personal thing. Like people should be able to proxy and like test that out, but it's so much harder to get the hours. And it's like online poker. You could be playing the game a lot more online versus a much wider array of people.
Yeah, I agree.
We're listening.
Well, I'm just sending a note.
Okay.
No,
I'm asking your guys' thoughts on this. Like,
yeah, I think DN. I think your point. I think what more so impacts the value of the card since DN being gone is the fact that I can't sit at home playing. I can't show up to my local and play Yu-Gi-Oh on my computer. I have to sit. If I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, guess what? If I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm right here. I'm doing this. I'm shuffling my deck. I need these physical cards. I don't like proxies. People don't play with proxies. I'm not saying me in general. I don't like proxies. But like people want to play with the real cards. If they want to play Yu-Gi-Oh and continue their hobby, they have to go out and purchase those cards. And I think that influences the market a lot more than not knowing what to buy. I think it influences it in a positive way.
Because you have to physically have it to play
to test it out. How many times, like in the years of people, I'll buy this deck. Oh, I went to locals. I got destroyed. Let me sell this deck and buy this deck. Oh, again, it happened again. I'll rebuy that deck back. And it's just like, with DN, they'd never had to actually do anything. DN, literally, like, as good as it was for testing and playing and having fun, like at home and stuff, it would end up like killing the game that we all love to play. So there would be no game to play on DN except that one game we used to play when we were younger. We can play it on the internet now for free, but the game doesn't exist.
What if DN didn't have the rooms?
What do you mean?
What if you can't see who is the top people?
Oh, like if you couldn't have a watchers thing?
How do you think that would have affected
it? It would have been less appealing. Less people would play it.
Bet. I think people just like.
I think less people overall would play it. Would not have had the huge following it had because there were hundreds of people watching the top matches.
Someone told me recently there was one point there was like 3 million people logged on or something on DN. But there's no way that's true.
60K.
Yeah, there's like that seems insane. 3 million is like a population of a city. Yeah. 60K is the most they ever had.
I think they had like 60K active.
Why would they have
60K? I feel like it'd be more than 60K.
Was there like some good streamer just streaming DN?
No, I didn't stream DN.
Oh, you know, there actually was one person that streamed DN. I can't remember who it is. I don't know. There's some guy on Twitch that's really big.
It's like House of Champs.
Really big.
Oh my god.
Really big.
Ooh, 2K flexing.
What?
That was our House of Champs Twitch reached 2K.
Did it?
Followers once in a while.
Oh, you just do Zodiac?
Yeah, we're Zodiac Duels TV now, Duels.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What?
I miss DN. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can hate on DN all you want.
I don't hate on DN.
I miss it too.
I think it was great for competitive play, and I think a lot of players were really good.
It was such a better platform for our tournaments in Zodiac.
I just hate that. I never was a fan of Dev Pro. Like I still can't play on Dev Pro.
Yeah,
I was never a fan of the internet.
Even though it's the only platform that we have, and it's the only place that I can play with Japanese and Asian cards, can't play it. I don't know why. I just hate being. I hate seeing the options. Like it says you can do this, and it's just like I don't want to. I want to figure that out on my own. Because if I'm in a real tournament settings, I'm never gonna figure it out. I got it.
She's drawing.
Yeah, I'm drawing.
All right,
Don't worry.
Yeah. Dean brought good things to the game, and also, I mean, it wasn't good for the health of the continuation of the game.
I don't think it was good for card
let me
shots
also
in the slightest.
just, expose something right now.
Expose? Ooh, that's...
Well, yeah, slightly exposed, because people are under this guided, understanding, man, do you remember when Yu-Gi-Oh! Was good? When Upper Deck had Yu-Gi-Oh! Their prizes were better, and everything was better under Upper Deck.
What?
Well, what it was, Upper Deck... they didn't have the rights to print the cards. They just had the rights to sell the game. So they're selling someone else's game, Konami's game, from Japan. They're just Japan lets them do whatever they want, and then they print their own cards to make their own money from the game. And then they start using all the money from Yu-Gi-Oh! To support their other games, put the money into their own games. And there's they were going to kill Yu-Gi-Oh! If they kept it. Konami stopping that and taking over, and I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Was going to die at that point when UDE lost it. It was done. I quit. I was done. I didn't go to the unknown, the Forgotten Jump. I didn't go to UDE
There's
Day.
a Forgotten Jump?
Yeah, Shonen Jump Houston.
Yeah,
it's the third one that Jerry Wang won. It was in Houston. No coverage except for this guy filming on his laptop and posting some of the videos to YouTube.
Psychotic Porcupine.
Yep. There was no...
random dude?
No,
they call it the Lost Jump.
Known. He's very well known in the Magic community.
And I'm pretty sure Ryan played Jerry in the finals. Ryan Splasher and Jerry Wang, and yeah, it was the last Teledad jump there was, and I didn't even go to that one. I
got the round one feature match, Jackie. It's important to me. I perfected my
round one feature match of the Forgotten Jump.
I 8,000'd him both games. It's important, okay?
Yeah, but anyways, I thought the game was going to die.
I honestly did not know that there was this Shonen Jump.
I was also allowed to have a vending table while I played in the event.
I mean, it's because it was not a real tournament. There was no sanctions. There was nothing. But anyway, so yeah, Konami taking the game from Upper Deck is the best thing that could ever happen to the game, because it continued the game to thrive and live.
All right, let me show. This is my
Huntic.
What is Huntic?
Exactly. They also had another game too.
This is my Upper Deck trophy.
Yeah, Versus took a lot of money. That's why they had their prizes.
Yeah, Billy brought my trophy downstairs.
He's a champ. That should have been my trophy. I'm just kidding. It was John's. Just kidding.
Beat Billy in top 8. Here's
Humble
the
brag.
base splitting. Here's the rusted trophy.
Neither Upper Deck or Konami will replace.
Check out why they call
I got this
House
glass
of
trophy, though.
Champions.
I have other trophies, but they're MIA.
All right, the base, you see the silver. This is nice 1080p.
We drawn.
You see the silver? It's all supposed to look like that nice clean silver.
Jesus.
It all used to look like that, and now it looks like there's Yu-Gi-Oh! On there.
Yeah, but show them the bottom. The bottom part's all that matters,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
No.
that's
I'm talking about the label where it says Sun Jump
yeah,
Champion
yeah.
winner. Yeah, don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget it.
a little
Yaichi.
tighter.
If you don't know what Yaichi does, then you're too young for me.
Ooh.
Let's not talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yaichi has priority, kids.
I'll never forget, I was wearing one of the, you remember I don't remember their name, but they made a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Shirts and they were broken. They tried to get me to put Orajel on my tongue one of the first times I met them. They're like, here,
Orajel?
lick this. It tastes funny. And I was like, I'm not licking something off someone's random finger. It was Orajel, so they could numb my tongue, so I'd go in my round and wouldn't be able to talk because my tongue was numb. But they gave me...
disgusting.
They were just trying to
Who
get...
did
Yeah,
this?
these guys, they're broken though. They're cool guys. But I was wearing they had a Dark Ruler Hades shirt. I have it somewhere. But I remember I was wearing
Kylie
it.
Davis.
Yeah. But I don't remember the name of their company.
Sunny Go Gaming.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Do these shirts
I have the
still
Hot
exist?
shirt. It's a 1 of 24 shirt. I have one in my closet.
Yeah, well, I had it first. But anyways, I'm just
Can we
kidding.
see
I don't
this
wear.
one day?
But I was wearing it, and this kid's like, "Oh, you have Revive King Hades shirt." I was like, "I'm sorry. What did you just say? It's not Revive King Hades. This is Dark Ruler Hades." Because nowadays people don't even know what Revive King Hades is.
Yep.
This just makes me sad because there's so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards that were iconic to me that I feel like just gotten forgotten and lost by the wayside. Invader of Throne.
Old Papa Bills.
And if you guys don't know the power of Yatagarasu, you guys are... you're missing out, man. That card, that crow.
I remember.
If I say Yata and you think Magispector, we got a problem.
When Billy realized he was an old duelist, when he came home, they didn't know what brain control did.
I don't even... That's so long ago, I don't even remember. But yeah,
That was like his epiphany moment that he was an old duelist. This was Dragon Ruler format, and he's like, they didn't know what brain control did. I was talking about it, and they didn't know.
You know those formats where people always knew, the format would start, there's a new ban list, everyone would always flock to Gladiator Beast?
Yeah.
The time where I summoned Bestiar and they picked it up and read it, I was just like, no.
It's
I was
just
like,
been this long already.
That's when I actually checked the calendar and I was just like, I've been playing since 2009.
I just had an epiphany. Okay, which Dark Lord? Rebellion? Whatever Dark Lord trap that takes control of your opponent's monster and gives it back at the end phase, I always is that the brain control? And they always respond with, no, it's the Snatch Steal. And now I just realized every time I say that and they say that, they just don't know what brain control is. Because it literally does what brain control does and gives it back, not Snatch Steal. And I kept wondering, why do they keep calling it Snatch Steal and not brain? They just don't know. Brain control.
How long has it been since?
It's been so long. If you guys are watching this video and don't know what brain control is,
it may have been Troop Dupe format.
I forgive you. Brain?
So when it got banned finally?
No, it was.
It got banned way past. It was that one. It was it got banned before Plan.
I saw Play.
It got banned. I think I got banned right before Synchros came out.
I could have sworn it was not in my.
No. I had it in my Fable deck.
Did you? Brain, not mine. Mind control. Mind control was at 3.
I had a really ugly gold one. That's how I know.
Brain was at 1 for a long time. I don't remember what list it went away on finally. Maybe it was the list we got Mirror Force back.
Actually, I think it might have been the Japanese one that I played it in. The Japanese list on the DSs. I don't think it was the actual one.
Oh, the fake list that never existed.
Hey man, I gotta play Rescue Cat. Hey John,
you
want to see what I've been drawing?
Ooh, yes.
It's you.
Whoa.
Here you go,
I've been
buddy.
drawn.
That's pretty good.
My hair's a little white.
It was a quick sketch. That's a pretty good drawing.
I got a sketch. I've been drawn.
I'm still waiting on this person who's gonna draw me a picture of me as Master Pendulum.
I definitely have been drawing Billy as Master Pendulum, and it is way too cold to go.
Sorry, I did not know
I'm
it was
just
a
kidding.
surprise.
What?
I didn't know it was supposed to be a surprise.
I also didn't tell her that you spoiled the surprise yet. She told me.
Wow, you acted so surprised, Billy. Wow, I'm just finding out about this now. You told this man?
God, John, why did I even bring it up? I forgot he told me even. I forgot that he mentioned it, and I was like, wow.
You fucking forgot.
Yeah, that's really funny.
You pretended to be
I was surprised. I literally just gave the same reaction I gave to John. Yeah, I saved the reaction.
You pretended to be surprised. When I was just like,
what was I supposed to do?
I was like, hey, Billy,
would you rather be
remember when we said you're going to win with Metal Foes and I'm going to draw
That's why I was surprised.
I'm actually doing it.
I'm so sorry.
Wow, Jackie, this is the first time I'm hearing about
I never
that.
said those words.
If
I did anything, I lied by omission, by not saying I knew about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just be like, oh, that's cool. Shock face. Not actually shocked.
But I had to give you my genuine reaction because I didn't. I was very nice. It made me very happy.
Wow. Betrayed.
What's
next on the list?
Oh, I was already
you better
looking.
go what's next on the list. You're on the list. Billy breaks top 10 worst.
I don't know how to deal with this situation. I'm just trying not being on the table, but oh man, playing Yu-Gi-Oh is easy. Life is not. Now Yu-Gi-Oh is also not easy. Okay, so I wrote down Yu-Gi-Oh not black and white. I didn't write down and because I was writing quickly. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's not black and white. I'm like, well, I'm not. I can't say. I'm about to. I can't say it's not black and white because that would be using like a absolute term. I don't think you could ever use like absolutes in talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. I think it's a game, and like any other card game where everyone has different ideas. Well, if people let them have their ideas and try, it's like living and constantly changing. And you play a different person, a random person every round that can have any random combination of cards in their deck, and the cards you put in your deck have to be good against every single random combination you can face every round. And it's not just like the deck you face, it's the person you face, the person's thought process when they built their deck to have the cards in there that they have.
You gotta slow those breaks down, kid.
Sorry.
Slow the breaks.
I'm trying to get through everything. Like,
Billy break, Billy
basically,
go.
it's just, there's so many like variables that it's never black and white. Always something crazy can happen. You should always like, there isn't a right play, there isn't a wrong play. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands after I got exposed for faking a happiness.
Billy, give me the dice. You lost your dice privileges, Billy.
I'm just losing everything right now. Do you want the spiral from me too? So no, I'm keeping the spiral.
Dear Hoban.
Dear Hoban, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
Dear Hoban, answer my text messages.
He's really writing this
text. No, just kidding.
The man just moved.
I tried calling you. No, me and Pat have been friends for a long time. Anyways, back to what I was talking about before I had to be slowed down from being too quick with my words. What was it? Oh yeah, black and white. Just always know that like what the point I'm trying to make.
No one knows what you're talking about. You gotta explain what black and white is first. That's where you should.
Black and white is wrong and right. Like in every situation there's a right play and a wrong play. But I feel like that's not the case because there's reads you can make, there's things that you can know about the person, there's things they can give off from earlier points in the game, and yeah, you could say, well, then if you do that play and it gets you there, it was the right play all along. But like that's just hindsight, and that doesn't make a difference. You could do multiple lines of play every time, and as long as like, yeah, there's not just a right one. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Like,
I think what he's trying to say is that if you look at a field and they'll be like, this is your hand, what do you do? But there's going to be multiple scenarios of what you can do.
Right.
You don't know what's on your field. You don't know what has happened in previous games. You don't know what's been in this guy's deck. Games 1 and 2, and it could be game 3. I think that's what you're trying to say is there's not always going to be those times like, what do you do? It's just like you have to set it up as what do you think is the right thing to do at that moment. Yeah,
you can't memorize your deck's combos anymore. You have to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, that's something.
Like a perfect example is game 1 when you're playing Metal Foes, you play like you normally do, your normal combos, and then games 2 and 3, you have to play kind of like awkward Yu-Gi-Oh because there's times where your opponent can have Retaliating Sea, Typhoon, and you have to change your combos a little bit, and you got to play around to the new
I've watched so many people fall to Typhoon. It's insane.
Yeah, you just have to,
think about what your opponent could have in their hand and side against this matchup because it's one of the best cards. Yeah, you definitely have to do that sometimes.
And I think that's what it's called. It's just not.
Yeah. No, that's a form of what I'm saying.
Have you ever hard read a Speedroid Menko?
Bro, I literally tell my opponents when they're not scooping and they have no cards on the field, I'm not playing around Gores, and I'm making a bunch of rank 4s and pendulum, doing whatever I have to do. I'm like, I literally will tell them, if you don't scoop, I'm going to assume you have Speedroid Menko, and I'm going to play my turn to the most optimal way I can to play around Speedroid Menko. So if you want to save time, we can go to the next game. Otherwise, don't rush me. I'm going to take my time, make sure I don't lose to this Menko. And most of the time, they're like, yeah, we'll just save time. But, Speedroid Menko is my biggest fear. Because that card, you can always get you. Unless you have Unicorn on the field with the same amount of cards in your hand as your opponent. And they can't Speedroid Menko you.
Oh my god.
Fabled Unicorn is real.
Oh, that card is very scary.
Necro's Unicorn is also pretty real.
If you play with 4 or lower cards, you're not winning the game. This is how it works.
Or if you have a Wing Blast set and you're chaining.
Here's another one. Tier 0. As a lot of discussions will say
That's right.
A lot of discussions will say.
Oh, yeah, Tier 0.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we were
Yeah,
talking about in the group chat.
So a lot of discussions will say that Tier 0 means there's a deck to play, and the only other decks you can play are decks to try to beat that deck. And Billy, you have a different.
My definition of Tier 0, what it has been like when we used to say Tier 0 was like Teledad, Dark Armed Return, Gladiator Beast, they were
If you
Tier
were playing
0.
Gladiator Beast during Teledad form, you got laughed at.
Not doing the same form at all. Tier 0, it was the deck. There is no other deck. It is unquestionably the best deck. There is no counter. It beats its anti-meta matchup. It's undisputed number 1. It's not like the most popular deck. I wouldn't say Metal Foes, the last format was Tier 0, and it won almost every single tournament that existed. Every YCS, every UDS. But I still wouldn't say it was Tier 0 because there was a 4 or 5 deck format.
To be clear, this is before ABC came out, correct?
No, even when ABC came out, Metal Foes still just won everything except for YCS Anaheim. It won every single thing. Yeah. And outside of YCS, there was only a few tournaments it didn't win. I mean, I didn't play in YCS Anaheim. Yeah. Metal Foes might have won Anaheim. I'm just kidding, Elvis Vu. I'll let you have your day just this one day. Don't ask for another one. No, I'm just kidding.
Elvis?
What? Yeah,
he
won.
Elvis? You said you sounded like you said Azul. I'm
Elvis
Azul?
Vu. Elvis Vu. I said his last name. You know, if you put Elvis's first name and my middle name together, would become a famous person? Elvis Presley. Have you ever heard of him? My middle name is Presley, and it's fantastic. But don't ever call me Billy Presley. I'm William Presley.
Ooh.
Spicy.
That's my...
Where were we going at with this?
Tier 0.
Are you talking about people think Zodiacs is going to be Tier 0?
Yes.
Even though in Japan, they kind of... The finals of the last really big Asian qualifier tournament was Wind Witches.
Wind Witches with their new fusions. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about Wind Witches. Definitely next. But
that's my thing.
So I was mentioning, you believe Dragon Rulers is Tier 0.
No, there's always spellbooks. Always spellbooks.
She's not wrong, even though
there's some people in this table that like to believe that it was always Dragon Rulers.
If I've ever seen a Tier 0 format in my life.
The finals of Worlds that year was Spellbooks and Dragon Rulers.
Man, which one won?
So how about Necron?
The Spellbooks should have won.
The one that drew card destruction.
If you just Solemn Judgment to Tsukiyomi, the Dragon never goes down. He doesn't get... Oh my gosh. I can't even think about it.
Did Necrons have a Tier 0 moment?
Nope.
Not even Seattle?
I felt at the time, I felt they were very Tier 0. But cards like Mistake and crap just...
No, at Seattle.
Okay, maybe in Seattle. I didn't go
Seattle, I played Burning Abyss. In the last round, I lost to Joey Chow. And that was the first time... I lost round, I don't know, 11 or 12 or whatever round it was. I never got my ass beat so bad because Joey was one of the only people in the tournament that knew.
He knew how to summon a Sinji the right way.
If people had more chance to practice before Tacoma, it probably would have been a Tier 0 format because Joey knew what he was doing. I've never got my ass beat so bad, so quickly by Joey, even though I opened Tour Guide Emptiness all game.
That's nothing.
He just definitely went...
Oh, they also ruled the Kaleidoscope with Send and Search, right?
Oh, yeah, and they ruled Kaleidoscope wrong. So, that with that Kaleidoscope ruling wrong, it was definitely
at that tournament, if you activated Kaleidoscope and they, chained Emptiness or something to stop
you
from
still send Herald. So, a lot of the times you have to shotgun the MSC.
Harold.
Whatever.
It's the Spanish name.
Kumar.
So before the tournament, I was just like, yeah, no one knows how to play Necros, I'm fine. And then I sat down at my table and they're like, it resolves as much as you can. I sat there and I'm like, oh god. I was like, oh, Neptune.
I've never seen someone discard a Brownock like that before.
So the
I should have gone to that YCS. I got the whole deck and I spent 12 hours drawing hands. I was like, oh man, I didn't have so much fun since Dragon Rulers.
So the last Tier 0 format we had was full power
Pepe.
pendulum.
The real Pepe deck. I don't know what everyone else calls Pepe.
Okay, so that was the only played one event. I played, I just didn't want to get... I built the Pepe deck or whatever, the pendulum deck, lent it to a friend. I should have taken that back as soon as I sat down because I had never played against full power Pepe. I was like,
do you know what Plush Fire does?
I definitely know what Plush Fire does. I learned that weekend what Plush Fire did. I sat down, I did not play DN for a while. I was just like, I'm just going to put, a bunch of skill drains, a bunch of, anti-spells.
Skill drains should be good.
Call it a day. No.
Pendulum 5.
It was just, Ignister, everything else,
yeah.
You're dead.
I wish...
The worst tournament, literally, I went O2 drop some events, and, I will never say that the Atlanta was not the worst tournament experience I've ever had. I sat there, played against a guy, round 5, I was playing against pure kaijus. You could tell that guy also had a terrible tournament experience.
I mean, I hear Game is looking to get anything with the field spell.
I was like, what'd you lose to? I learned what this card called Plush Fire did. And I was just
it was so good.
I was same. I was like, what happened to you? He's just like, my board was just gone. He played a monkey and he got a bunch of cards, and I was like,
I had this big guy. He searched with his stupid mirror, and then all of a sudden his attack and defense were swapped, and it was horrible. It was over so bad. Now that format, I put over 100 hours into just playing days on end. I loved that format. I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! During that Christmas format, one of your favorite formats, that Magician one. I didn't play it all. I was just playing Bosch during that entire time. It made me fall in love with Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. And I remember the day I was like, yes, I have the deck. I'm ready to go. I know this format. I booked my flight for every event they had announced. The YCS Atlanta, UDS, whatever the next YCS was. I don't remember. But I booked 5 flights in one day. It was either a Monday or a Tuesday, but I think it was a Tuesday. And then it was a Wednesday, because then on a Wednesday they were like, oh, we have an adjusted list. I'm like, John, they've only emergency banned things one other time, and there was an FTK deck that was so consistent with Shadow Priestess they had to ban Dimension Fusion and put a lure to 1. So surely that was not what was happening. That was the only time.
And then Stratos.
What about
Stratos going from 3 to 1 is a little different.
Wasn't there a Christmas Cyberstein?
I don't think so.
It was around
I don't know. I quit during Cyberstein. But anyways, going back to my story, where was I? I was very upset.
There's a provisional ban list.
Oh, adjusted list. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, that's interesting. And then I see it. They destroy my deck, and it comes into effect. When does it come into effect? In a month, in a couple months? No, the day after YCS Atlanta. Oh, well, at least I'm going to go to one of the tournaments out of the 5 that I prepared for hundreds of hours, so I get one shot at this.
Top.
Oh yeah, top 32. Yeah, I got to win a Matt. Frazier beat me. I thought I had to read on the meta. No one was maining twin, and I went 2 strikes and a Master Paladin. Oh, I got twin damage juggler straight to hell. Yeah, that game was over so fast. Yeah. Do you know what it's like when someone actually Twin Twister and discards Damage Juggler?
It is not a good feeling.
I was there. I bubbled. It was unfortunate.
Did that happen to you? Did you get Twin Twister Damage Juggler?
No, I got Nat Beasted by Asala.
I lost on the bubble in the last round. I was already guaranteed in because I've never lost to deck dev, but he Nat Beast deck dev'd me. I was like, huh. That's a little different. I can't beat that. I can't beat that one. I'll see you in Top Cut. No,
I definitely was playing that tournament. It was round 7, and then this guy was just like,
"What's good?"
I was on crutches at round 7, and he just goes, he starts. He goes Draco face off, and make a big board go, and I'm like, oh, clear your board with Dante's. Set some guys. He's like, off the top. Draco face off. I'm like, okay, well that's kind of shitty. I'm gonna put one Dante. I'm gonna travel the rest of the guys to not die. And then I clear his board again.
I forgot about face off, honestly.
Monkey board, and I'm like, oh my god, this just keeps happening. I was just like, it's a never-ending top deck cycle. I live because I skill drain him. I'm like, stop your Joker. And then he just goes, Draco face off. I'm like, this is the worst top. Like, it just keeps happening. And then he summoned Plush Fire, and then I was just like, I don't know. I was like,
he destroyed his Plush Fire. Like, this responded my card. And summoned the damage other from his deck, and he used a rank 4. And then he banished the damage other, got a hat trigger, and it was another monster. That was just so crazy.
Round 7, I still was not fully aware what the deck did. I was just like, whenever I saw the ice cream cone, bad shit happened. Sometimes I just wait. Sometimes I'd wait for them to go Plush Fire, and I'm like, since it's anti-spell, don't put the other one down, please. Just leave it.
Get that one out. Yeah, because that's actually really smart.
It's just like,
if they scale the Plush Fire, yeah, because if you activate anti-spell and setting Plush Fire out to anti-spell, like, right away.
So we're heading towards Zodiacs here.
It's not tier 0.
What, Zodiacs? I can't talk about Zodiacs yet. I haven't practiced yet. I'm still on my Christmas vacay, which is like a week, but I'm about to start dueling heavy again.
Wait, this is let me tell you about the Zodiac, the Zodiac thing.
So I hear there's a
really big board.
Yeah, I know.
Please don't break it. It's like mermaids.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Please.
I'm sure there's versions that'll make it fire.
Now there's not the gates really with it though. You're like
you have one guy. He's like a kind of really weird buster.
I think the other part of your deck
but
is
you're
really
not
important.
getting like if you're getting Dark Hold Rig.
He's very good.
Okay, then you just kind of alright. I hope that my traps get me there. Or you can play like.
I mean, there's Metal Foe. I'm sure like you'll still have Mithriliums. I'm sure it still does Metal Foe stuff.
The Metal Foe other ones, you can still like you got floaters.
And Yang Zing's really popular.
It's just like the plant engine back in the day. You just kind of throw it in everything.
The plant engine? What is this plant engine? Was it a 4-card engine?
Oh, for those of you who were not about the probably the best years of Yu-Gi-Oh.
One of my favorite years so far.
It was about like a 1.5 to like almost 2 years span.
2011, just 2011.
Yeah. I think it was a little bit longer.
What? It ended before 2011.
I'm talking about when you. I'm talking about when you took a copy of. At the time it was 2, but then you cut it to 1. Lone Fire Blossom, Spore, Dandelion, Glow Up Bulb. And in every deck, no matter what you're playing, you throw. If your deck did not contain those 4 cards, you fucking up.
Was Gravekeepers out around then?
No. That was also another golden time.
No, Gravekeepers and Plants existed at the same time.
You put 3 GK Spies and then a Descendant in your deck, and your deck was broken. Broken.
that was my Edison deck was 3 Spies and the Descendant.
It doesn't matter what other random assort. You could play that bull card where you flip a coin heads, you take 1,000. You could be playing that card. Your deck will still be broken as long as it contained these 4 copies of every card.
I don't know. That story just reminded me of the one time my opponent. I was playing in a Monarch Starter Deck tournament. No, not you. I'm not talking about the time I beat you, but we can't bring that up. Since I crushed her. It was free. No, I'm just kidding. She fought valiantly, but I had the soul read on her. And I'm also a god. I think I only lost 1 Monarch Structure deck in the final, and I played like 10 of them. But my opponent, I had 0 back row.
By the way, did I tell you your opponent called his mom when he lost to you?
That makes me feel so bad. He was trying. This is the opponent I'm talking about too.
Oh my god!
I had no back row, man. Or I had tribute for Grandmark. He has like 5, and I'm like, target that set. He's like, can I chain it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, he's gonna hit the chainable. He changed Dice Foon. No! He rolled luckily he only can do is destroy 1 of his back row, 2 of his back row, or take 1,000 life points.
Did he take 1,000?
He took 1,000 life points. I was like, oh, thank goodness. But of course, he was upset about it, and I was just like, well, maybe those other cards are useless. But no, I don't know why it reminded me of that story. It was just the time my opponent Dice Fooned himself, but luckily rolled enough to get 1,000. I also crushed Jackie Bean in that tournament.
I've heard you've dueled for a giant card once.
Oh, so I was this guy. It was the round 3, and I sat next to Billy in the Virgil giant card. And for the 3rd game in the row, like it was. I went I think I went first. He maxed me, whatever, and then the next turn on my next turn, he maxes me again. After getting maxied over and over games 1 and 2, I was sick of it. So I was like, I'm done. I just started.
It's not going to stop me from whatever little bit I'm about to do.
Because I knew I was going to lose that game. Because it's just like, I got maxied like 4 times. I'm done.
I will not let you repress me anymore.
So Billy just hears slamming on the table next to him. And he goes over and he just sees my opponent just go,
just draw cards.
And he's just like, Jesus, what are you doing? I'm like,
I feel like I had to ask you, do you plan on killing him or something?
You said something. He's like, do you even want to win this game?
Yeah, I know I said something to you because I was watching it and just couldn't believe what was happening.
I was just like, if I die, I die situation.
Better have it.
But I think I hit him with the he better have it.
Yeah,
as in he better have, disc and
something.
You better not draw Pendulum Monster.
I hope you don't draw a Scout.
Big warp.
Yeah, that was the one Hoban won.
I died next turn. Weird.
It's like you had 20 cards. You had like the Fable syndrome. Oh no, Fable's gonna deck him out. You deck him out.
Yeah, you just deck him out. You got Maxi, you're dead.
There.
But what we're getting at is the Mole Rat
Yeah, this is what we're getting
This
at.
is where we're getting at. Because we got...
Launching them.
You're getting to the point where you can just throw those in any deck. And
It is, yeah.
okay.
It's one of 6 cards you can draw, and it produces a board. It's just like they came out with like Hanger and Thrasher, so it's like very simple. I can make my big guy and win these games with these simple cards, but now instead of having Hanger and Thrasher, you just have to have either or. And like, I understand the concept, and it's about maybe it's more so to focus on the deck that's like shaped around it. I haven't played tested enough of the new format yet to actually give like
It just
a
produces
valuable
free
opinion.
cards.
Yeah, no, I mean I've played against it like in joking games, but where I was playing Metal Foe still, but not new format. And if I'm not playing the same format, I really can't get into it because I feel like it's just non-existent. But like, yeah, I was not a fan of spell card, fill up my board, your turn. Like, oh, I drew 3 cards, set 4, but I don't think that's like the good version. I would want to play like Metal Foe or something, but I don't know. There's a lot to test, and I want to test everything.
Definitely think the good version is just mixing it in with something.
Yeah, definitely.
Or, see, here's the reason why I don't believe. You know, for Tacoma, it might be like the deck, whatever in quotes. It may be the deck, but a week after, it will no longer be the deck.
I'm still calling Infernoids.
But you know, no, here's the thing.
I'll bet. I mean, Infernoids are good, but yeah.
I honestly think, this is my honest opinion. So, right, the reason, you know what they did to DDDs in Japan, right? Where they just, like, cut their monster reborn and they cut their
Lamia
other
and Slimer.
Yeah. I think the reason why they're not
Just keep going. Sorry,
doing
the reason
that
why-
good... What is he writing?
No, I'm just telling you this. Continue.
Death.
It says, "Dear Hoban, text me." I was supposed to say it out loud, man. See, now you got me all embarrassed, and I interrupted your story. Sorry, guys.
So they hurt DDDs in Japan, right? So I think that's the reason why they're not doing that great.
They're hurting
Oh,
bad.
yeah,
They only have
it
one
hurt.
of each slime and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think
One
that's
Slime, one Lamia, I think.
yeah, like
Oh, the two
so
of
when Zodiacs came out, you know that's why I think they were dominating because they didn't have like this really good deck that can kill you in any opening hand.
Yeah, now
It was
its consistency is
So-
highly hurt. Yeah.
So this is the first time we're gonna see like both of those at like their full power at once, and I think it,
Oh, DDD got hurt before Raging Tempest came out over there?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Let them fight.
Yeah, they had DDDs for a long time, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would be an interesting thing to see because like you get to see both decks at full power and DDDs were considered just like insanely broken in Japan. I honestly think like it might be like the decks to watch out for is like Infernoid DDD, and then like Zodiac whatever, like Zodiac plus anything.
3 left arm offering, 3
I can't
lawnmowers,
tell you. Yeah, I'm
60
not.
cards.
I can't tell you what to watch
Once
out
upon
for.
a time, 60 cards.
But I will be able to soon. I'm going to try all the decks out and figure out what's
So
best.
I think we've had a pretty long cast here.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I've crossed out a bunch of stuff. I've wrote
I
notes
didn't
to
talk about my Win
Hoban.
Witches. I'll talk about.
Oh yeah,
Win
Win Witches. Oh no, it's still on your Win Guys.
No, I don't care.
Ooh, next time.
Oh, you don't want to save it? We'll save it. Or
Just
the next
know
time.
that it's the goo.
The
It is
goo.
the goo.
I
the
love
artifact
making
goo.
1-card crystal wings that cannot die.
I thought you
Ooh,
said
that's
conditions
interesting.
were the goo.
Oh no,
There's more goo.
No,
Sky
that,
Iris.
that's definitely
You don't
future,
do Sky
future,
Iris,
future
probably.
goo. By the way, Magicians won something nifty. That's
Something
for
nifty.
next time.
Could be a local. Could be something nifty.
We don't care what they
Always-
won.
it
We
still
just know.
won, the W.
We just know that Tuning Magician is the man.
The W.
Any final shout
Keep
outs
those Sky Iris. Whoa man, my phone's over there. I can't show them the background of my phone. Sky Iris.
No, it's not.
Any final shout outs as we round this out?
Caden really wanted me to give him a shout out.
Ah, shouts to Billy Brown.
He's the guy that I work with. He just a thought. I don't care.
He's a fellow Billy, so I respect him.
Anything for Billy?
Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna try and do more
That's
videos.
not
I hope
a
you guys like this.
shout-out.
This is like the first. Let's just a shout out was gonna be my final thoughts. We're gonna do, this is only gonna get better. This is literally the first thing we just kind of like threw it together. Scott, well, he was here, but we didn't hear from him very much. No, he wasn't here.
Can we get some closing buzz?
Don't start doing buzz, please. I don't want to hear them everywhere. Just kidding. Weird. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's only gonna get better. We're gonna do even more cool things. I'm gonna try and make more videos to give you guys like competitive insight of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it for me. What about you, John? John.
Robert. I love Robert Boyage.
Robert's not here.
I know he's not.
Booyah. Hey, Robert Boyajian. If you guys play Hearthstone or anything, Robert Boyajian, he streams.
Oh yeah. If you want to see
every
the
day.
man, the guy who went to Force World,
Twice.
the guy who went to
And
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh
World,
Worlds.
he's definitely the man.
And he's a
about
god
to
at
be the man
Hearthstone.
at Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Definitely was one of my favorite players for the longest time. When I met him, I just went, whatever. It was just
Whenever
great.
he wins on stream, he better say booyah, or you're gonna say it in the chat for him.
Booyah. Flood him with
there you go.
booyahs. Flood him.
Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, House of Champs, Billy Break coming back in, Havoc 41.
You don't have to call me Havoc 41.
We don't talk about my slave name. Whoa.
Whoa.
We're out.